Hey, I'm Al McGee with your entertainment ticket at www.yeticket.com. The film I'm going to talk about right now is called The Burnt Orange Heresy. Well, this movie is adapted from the 1971 novel by Charles Woodford, and it goes by the same name. And the screenplay is written by Scott B. Smith, where he got a nomination, Academy Award nomination for one of his films. Now, this is directed by Giuseppe Cantoponi, and, he made music videos and commercials, and this is, his second feature film. Well, what is this film about, Hal? I'm glad you asked that question. Well, this film is about art, money, love, and murder. Yeah, we got to put that in there in this too, right? Well, it starts off, Klaus Bang plays James Figueroa. Now, Figueroa is a critic, an art critic. And one thing I like about this guy is that, he's promoting a book that he written called The Power of Critics. And you see him in the beginning with his lecture to people, and he talked to them about the power of the critic. And man, and some of that I really understood and really kind of almost believed. And, but he's a guy who wanted to be an artist himself. He wanted to be, famous himself. But, now he's a critic. Haven't we heard that story before? If you, can't get it all, become a critic. Well, anyway. But he meets Berenice Hollis, which is played by Elizabeth Debicki. And, she's vacationing in Europe. And, she meets him, go to his lecture. Of course, they have sex and things like that and almost fall in love. But then they are invited to Joseph Cassidy's home, which is played by Mick Jagger. Now, Joseph Cassidy is an art dealer. And, with art and things like that, they talk about, some of the trappings and also how to make art very valuable. But staying on the same estate is an elusive Jerome Debby, which is played by Donald Sutherland. Now, this guy, people don't interview him. People really don't see him. And he doesn't put out a lot of work. But they still talk about him, how he's a giant in the art world. But James gets a chance to interview him and get a chance to interact with him while he's there at the estate of Joseph Cassidy. And things got a little bit out of hand. And all of a sudden, you see, while you're watching the film, what develops. I will admit that this is a little intriguing. This is a good film to watch. And watching Mick Jagger on film, for me, I thought he did a very good job. And he seemed so natural with this role. And not only that, I feel that the director, he did a good job in directing this film and putting all the pieces together. And another joy was watching Donald Sutherland act in this film. Because I've been watching him for a long time, but in this film, he really did a great job as the artist. And also did a great job in explaining what his work is all about and what it is not about. I really enjoyed all of that. So with this film, I'm going to give The Burnt Orange Heresy 3 palm trees out of 4, 3 palm trees out of 4, because this is a very enjoyable film to watch. The Burnt Orange Heresy, whenever you get a chance, watch it the best way you can today. Well, thank you for watching me, Al McGee, and I really appreciate it.
This is your entertainment ticket, latest and greatest.